Okay, so I would like to explain and talk about the discrepancy that need to make you aware of between my colleagues and the amounts of stipends one receives and one doesn't, and this one and that one and this one. Let me just mention that every one of my colleagues has their own strengths and weaknesses, and we all represent our constituents to the best of our abilities. The discrepancy that I talk about in these stipends is quite simple. I kind of, I mentioned to all the different boards and commissions and different advisory committees and all these things that I sit on. And I did that for a reason, so you can see that, I'm very active. There's several times that, throughout the weeks that I'll show you later through these calendars that we have a lot of meetings, a lot of things going on. Governance is a busy thing. And that stipend sheet that comes out around election time every year shouldn't be viewed as a measuring stick for what the tribal council members have earned without full knowledge of what your return on investment is. And I can say for myself that I'm very proud of the initiatives that I either started or participated in. I'm not ashamed, and I can speak to over 60 accomplishments that the tribe has worked diligently on. And the accomplishments are the results of team effort, not only my colleagues on the council, but also of our program directors and our managers and our members of the community. So that report that I talk about, the 60 accomplishments, I talked about it at the Gathering of Native Americans here about a month ago. Packed in here. I guess they had over 350 people attend the Ghana. But when I gave this report of the accomplishments, several tribal members, I had them from the get-go, where their eyes were big and their mouths were wide open, and they were just, couldn't believe of some of the things that I was telling them. So that tells me that there's a need to fill this communication gap. Definitely need to inform our members, be transparent about what we're doing, and be proud. Let's share what we're doing. And when you get that far, there's no second guessing, doubt, and bickering. Like I mentioned before, whoever sits on this tribal council represents the tribe. The way this 21st century dictates will be compensated, and that's why the cry for transparency needs to be heard and addressed. I take pride and believe it is an honor to serve your nation as a tribal council member. So I just don't go to meetings and sit in the corners. I participate. And I go to these meetings fully prepared. I do my homework and research out the subject matter so I can speak to the issues. And I challenge each and every one of you to ask your other legislatures, or ask past legislatures or legislators that want to get involved in the future of, what they do. Ask them where they've been, and ask them what the issues are and how Lac du Flambeau is involved.